I'll say it first. Oh no, yeah, you say it first.
He has a habit of copying your answers.
Yeah, and he just rephrases it and
I'll say it better.
Now you can look at the camera and introduce yourselves.
Shut. So for me, Chennai has been familiar territory always. Like whether I went to the US, I went to Germany, I went to multiple countries, I lived in Dubai. But everywhere I travel, I literally want to come back to Chennai, come back, stand in that local tea kadai, have that bread omelette, and that's when I feel like I'm back home.
yeah, he introduced me to all the tea kades. I've never been to tea kades before I met him.
Yeah.
But for me, we moved out after marriage. We were in Dubai for about 4-5 years. And if anyone asked me what is the best part about Dubai, I would always say it's 3 hours away from Chennai because that's how much I love Chennai. But having said that, when we moved back after that 5 years gap, which was between 2012 to 2017, I felt Chennai had changed drastically. The people had changed, the mindset had changed. Some for the best, some for, I wouldn't say bad, but yeah, mixed feelings about the other side.
I mean, I agree about the mixed feelings because there was this nostalgic element of being a part of Chennai. But when we came back, we saw suddenly that the roads had become even more crowdier. Crowdier? Okay.
Crowded.
Yeah. Yeah. So the roads have become more crowded, and then of course, I think people from all the small towns have come into the city. The traffic was worse, and people were a little bit less patient. People were shouting a lot. I felt
No, that is post-pandemic.
Yeah, the patience has gone down. I can see
that is post-pandemic. I think the patience has gone down a bit.
Especially in traffic,
Yeah.
And of course, the fact that the roads are still getting made makes a big difference into people's patience.
Also, when we moved back, very interesting point is we don't have the best roads, but we do have the best cars here. So many luxury cars, ultra luxury cars, and I'd never seen a Rolls Royce growing up in Chennai. But when I moved back, it was a different Chennai. I don't know, some boom we missed, Thauseef, basically. Yeah. While we were not around.
Suddenly, when we came back, there were these rich kids driving big cars. I don't know from where they came. They weren't there when we were here. So that boom has happened.
Yeah, which is good. But I also feel along with that comes a little bit of judgment. And I think us being the original, if you know those original Chennai people, we don't really care. We don't really care which car you drive. We don't really care where you live. But now the conversation does surround that a bit. Around that,
I mean, I always felt that Chennai was intellectual while I was growing up. There was a lot of focus on theatre, on plays, in terms of books, a lot of discussions which were very, very intellectual. But suddenly, I mean, I don't know, when I came back, I saw there's more focus on going out, to hanging out in the right restaurants, parties. The focus has become a little bit more, I would say, what is the right word?
We brought a bit of Dubai to Chennai.
Yeah. It's become a little bit more superficial, I would say. Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Growing up as Muslims in Chennai, honestly, you were Muslim inside your house. I mean, that's how we saw it. At least I saw it while growing up. Everything that we practiced was within the family. Outside of home, no one really, I was just another boy in school, I would say I didn't have a single Muslim friend while growing up. So it was a mixed crowd. There were I think there were of course a lot of Hindus, a lot of Christians. We had Tamilians, we had Gujaratis in our gangs, so to say, and we had Marwadis, we had Malayalis, different cultures, different languages, different kind of people together in a group together. So I would say we had two identities. So one was when we go out with friends, we are doing all the same things. We are cool, we are hanging out, we're doing all of that. And then when you're back home, I mean, there is that little insistence that, okay, you have to go for the Arabic classes, you have to learn the Quran, you have to pray, you have to, if there is Eid, you have to go for the Eid prayers. So all of that was part of your identity within home. It wasn't a social identity. The social identity was just being another kid in the block.
Even my story was very similar. In fact, till I reached 11th, 12th grade, I didn't even identify, oh, this person is like Gujarati or this person is whatever. Like, I didn't even know that. We were all just together. Like he said, I didn't have any like Muslim friends until very recently. I didn't have any Muslim friends. And that was never a criteria ever. Like, I don't think we ever thought that, you know, this person is Muslim or this person is South Indian, this person is North Indian. I think even the North Indians who are in Chennai are very Chennai. Like, they are so Madrasi that, you know, you don't even understand that they're North Indians. And conversations used to happen in English. So we never really realized, oh, this person speaks Kannada at home or this person speaks some other language at home. I think that was the beauty of things. And I think whole of India was like that. I don't think just Chennai, but I think whole of India was...
While growing up, India itself did not care about where you're from, what you do at home. You know, India did not care. We practiced our own religions. As when we came out, we were all just Indians, just friends, just people hanging out. You know, that's how we saw.
In fact, the schools, I mean, at least I went to was a proper Brahmin school. So we learnt a lot of prayers, the Hindu prayers and all that, because that was part of our morning assembly. And we had music class, so we learned a lot of bhajans during the music class. I used to be a part of the choir during Christmas.
I mean, I still know the Gayatri mantra and all that.
And none of this was seen as a religious activity. It was just seen as a cultural thing that you're learning, you're part of India and you're just being a part of things.
Sometimes you inherit a religion. And then eventually at some point you actually discover it, right? You actually discover what it means, what its roots are, and how do you align to it. And that also leads to a certain change in appearances. Like, for example, I mean, I have a beard, right?
As much as the change happens within you, you do end up externalizing the whole thing. Internalizing, and the external factors also change. Like the hijab came in like about 3 years ago. The hijab is... basically, hijab means to cover, but then this is a scarf that I'm wearing on my head. Initially, when I started wearing the hijab, I just felt like people were looking at me. I was a little more conscious. But honestly, like when I spoke to Thauseef about it like a couple of times, I said, I think people are looking at me differently. And he said, no one's looking at you. So...
no, but having said that, initially I was also very conscious.
Yeah, it's just...
Because...
just conscious.
Yeah, because suddenly, from till that day, you are just another kid. And the moment you have a beard, you're suddenly called a Muslim. Right? Like I walk out of the mall and the auto guy is like, bye, Varingla. Okay. And then and the first time I heard that, I was like, wow, I was not sure how I should react. Because for the first time, I am being recognized as a Muslim in this country, just because I have a beard, right?
Yeah.
But then I realized that I want to be recognized as a Muslim because I want to be recognized as a good Muslim.
I went from being Muzna to being Bayamma. Everyone refers to me as Bayamma. I mean, for me, Bayamma sounded very old. Like, why am I being called Bayamma suddenly? But then, you know what? In a lot of ways, I felt like, you know, I was taken out of certain situations I didn't want to be in. So I felt, okay, it's helping me.
What happened is the moment she started wearing a hijab, that became a protective layer. So the people, the comments, the kind of interactions they had, everything became
I mean, there were no frivolous conversations. There were no late night messages. In fact, they didn't want to interact with me. In a way, that's what I'm saying. Like certain situations which I was anyway uncomfortable with, they took me out of it.
The moment she wore a hijab, it became a protective layer that she's not open to all kinds of comments and all kinds of messages, all kinds of interactions.
Yeah.
And it became more respectful. So basically, I've not seen much of a bias. Well, even when I went through this transformation, in fact, I've seen that people are equally kind even now, even in fact more kind sometimes. You know, the great thing about Chennai is people are very religious in Chennai, but at the same time, they are very, very open-minded. If you see people in Chennai, I mean, all of them will have, I mean, they go to the temple, they put the, what do you call that? I don't
know.
Namam. Yeah, they put the namam and all of that.
Vibhuti, all that is it.
And they have actually, I mean, they are so expressive about their religion, no matter where they are from. But at the same time, they're very open. There is no bias. You meet a person who's just gone to a temple, who's got the namam, who's got the vibhuti, and you meet a person who's come from a masjid, maybe wearing and they are both okay to interact normally. Of course, there is that small strata of Chennai people. I think those, especially in recent times, those influenced by politics, where we have seen a little bit of resistance to why do you have to grow a beard? Why do you have to follow your religion? Why do you have to practice more? You know? But then I like these people to understand that, I mean, of course, a lot of people do. I would say 85 to 90% people understand that that you do go through these personal journeys. Things happen in your life. Good things happen, bad things happen. And that pushes you closer to your religion. You start practicing more. And that also affects the way you feel about it, the way you want other people to perceive you. And that's why your look also changes, you know. That's part of growing in your religion. And that doesn't change the fact that you are still someone who values being around people, who values Indians as such, making friends, building relationships, interacting with people. That doesn't change that. There is this stereotypical view from mainstream media that a Muslim looks a certain way, and if he looks other way, he's a bad Muslim. And if he looks like a modern Muslim, then he's a good Muslim. And I want to break that stereotype, because the moment you have a beard and you don't have a mustache and you practice it a certain way, it is automatically assumed that, oh, you are an extremist, right? But those two are two different things, because Islam does not teach extremism in the religion itself. And a practicing Muslim who follows Islam the way it was meant to be followed. And then when people interact with me, when I talk to people, the way I interact with everyone, like everyone from a sweetie guy coming home or someone asking for money, the way you interact with each person in your daily life, like you go on the road, you have this heavy traffic, the way you react to someone like coming, like bumping into your car or your vehicle, everything is like how you behave with all of that is a definition of what a Muslim is. And I think I want to portray that every moment of my life.
For me, the take was, the more I learned about being a Muslim, see, honestly, though we were born Muslims, what happens is we also have a journey of learning about our own religion, because like I said, we came from a very secular, it's always been about everyone's equal, right? And then we have certain journeys and certain experiences in our life where we need some sort of spiritual help. So you reach out to your scriptures, you reach out to your teachings in your religion to help you center yourself in life. Through that, we understood, oh my God, there are so many qualities. It's not just about wearing a hijab. It's not just about having a beard. It's not just about doing 5 times prayers, but it's actually about being a good human being. And when we realized that, it was like a bigger responsibility for us. So we were like, okay, also because of the media portraying Muslims to be a certain way, we were like, let's be a modern, educated, opinionated Muslim, but at the same time a practicing Muslim, and at the same time being kind, being good, and being just generous, and not seeing religion as a criteria. So that was my mindset as well. And whenever I used to take a cab, I used to make sure to, and I always used to tip, but I tip slightly higher now, because earlier it used to be like only if the ride is, exceptionally good, I would like tip the driver. But now it's like, I just want it to be a good experience for them as well. So they know, and the bhai amma vandangalla, nalla tip pannittu ponanga. So I want that feedback. I want them to have that memory. Okay. And it's not very conscious, it's not upfront for me, but it's there on my mind as well. And yeah. Earlier, when there were conversations, like if I was to enter a group and we were introducing ourselves, I felt like people had an opinion that, okay, since she's an hijabi, she may not be very educated, or maybe she's not working. So I would observe how the group is reacting. And then I don't know, I got a kick from just telling, hey, by the way, I run a marketing firm. By the way, I've done my PG. I don't know. I just got a kick out of it. So I would wait and then, finally in some conversation, because they would not even bother asking me, what do you do? Because the assumption I felt in such groups was that she's not doing anything, which was interesting.
Now that we have met a lot of Muslims recently, we have met all kinds of ladies who are so enterprising. We recently saw two Niqabi sisters. They run this automotive showroom. It's a workshop for cars on ECR. They call them motorheads. So think about it. I mean, two Niqabi women, they are so passionate about vehicles that they've learned, and they've started their own garage, and they're servicing cars. They're doing sessions, workshop for children on cars. So that's the kind of women we have niqabi or hijabi women completely covered, but they are so educated, they're so open, and there's no bias. Even the way they talk, the way they communicate, they're open to different kinds of people. And this is something was very surprising for us.
Yeah, that was our learning actually,
Yeah.
because even we were not like super practicing. The moment we got into it, I was like, whoa, I didn't know such people.
Such people exist. So raising a child in Chennai has been one of the best decisions that we have made, because it's a very open city. It's a place where you're allowed to practice your religion. At the same time, you can be a part of other people's beliefs, cultural events, participate in festivals. All of that we can do. At the same time, can have our own distinct belief. And I think our child has the freedom to do that in Chennai. It's a beautiful place for him to grow up. And today, the same Chennai that we grew up in, we want our son to be a part of, where the political affiliations and religious thoughts and inclinations are kept separate as always. And I think Chennai has done an incredible job over the years. No matter which government has come, Chennai has done an incredible job of keeping it separate, because religion and politics don't mix. And I would hope that Chennai continues to be this way. That will be the best future for our child here. Yeah.
We never discussed religion in
Yes.
school. We never discussed politics in school. We never discussed all these things for a very long time.
Yeah.
I think until very recently.
Yeah. Basically, the only thing that people cared about during Eid is biryani.
Biryani.
Bhai, do you have biryani at home?
That's it.
Is mom making biryani? Can I come?
Diwali time, we all cared about the firecrackers.
Yes. It was only to do with that.
Yeah.
And that's how we grew up.
Yeah.
We want a similar future for our child, where they can grow up without talking about religion, but just discussing the cultural aspects like biryani and firecrackers,
Not without talking about religion, without arguing about
Arguing
religion.
about it.
Shouldn't be an argument. They should understand and be sensitive about every religion and be open to every religion. But it shouldn't be a point of conversation at your coffee table. I don't think it should
a
be.
point of conflict.
Point-
It shouldn't be a point of
Yeah,
conflict. Everyone practices different things. You don't need to understand it, but you have to let them practice what they want to. Right?
Yeah.
That's part of being, I think, an Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for having us and thanks for listening to what we had to say. And thank you, Kiran, for this opportunity, because we don't really get to sit and introspect and think about so many things.
Yeah. And Kiran is doing a fabulous job, guys. Follow our channel and subscribe to our page, of course. Right. Thank you.